Welcome to part 2 of the outdoor kitchen garden. I apologize for it taking so long to get part 2 up, but we had a vacation scheduled and we've been dealing with the weather and some other things here. But part 2, we're going to be finishing the patio area, and then we're also going to be bordering our patio with some landscaping timbers. I'm going to turn the camera around here before we get started and show you that we do have the patio area complete. And we've actually went ahead and planted some plants in here, but let me run you guys through finishing the patio area and then bordering with these landscaping timbers. Welcome to the Dabbling DIYer. Follow along for more tips, tricks, and ideas for cost-saving projects, because we get into a little bit of everything. See that pointy piece? The second piece? Stick that right in that pointy area right there.
Right here?
Yep. Just don't let them touch. Leave a gap.
Right here?
Pull it out just a little bit and leave a gap. Yeah, like that right there. There you go. And find that point. Find you another pointy area. Try it right there. That'll work.
Now we need a triangle piece to fit right there.
Yeah, we do need a triangle piece. Here's one right here. See if this will fit.
Can I
It's
put
gonna be too big, but I think it will fit right here. Nope. Here, find somewhere to put that. Look for a triangle piece.
I know one.
There you go. Leave you a gap in between them.
There
There
you go.
you go.
We need like a line piece. Like something to fit.
I'll tap it in with a hammer in a second. Or your foot. Alright. We have got the pavers filled in. The rest I'm going to get it. So our next step, we're going to take some of this rock dust, which is basically a really wet sand, and we're going to pour it all over this, and then we're going to sweep it into all the cracks. Once we get it swept in the cracks, then we are going to spray it down with a water hose. We let it sit overnight. Then tomorrow when we come back, we will do the same process again. Alright guys, welcome back to another day. So the last thing that we were working on, we were filling these gaps with the rock dust. I'm gonna flip the camera around so you can see. So we got all of the gaps filled with the first coat of the rock dust. As you can see, it turned out pretty good. We had a huge rain come through, which actually is in our favor because I was going to need to water this down once I got it in. So it packed all that rock dust in there really nice. I'll get it close up so you can see. So what we're going to do now, since we do have about a 1/4 inch more room, in some areas a 1/2 inch, so we're going to do a second coat of the rock dust. And then we're going to take the water hose again and we're going to water it all in. And I got a couple, this front area is going to be a walkway to the front deck or to the back deck once we get it done. So I'm going to finish this area And at the back, we're going to be pouring a concrete slab back here, so I'm not going to do too much back here yet. I just ended it as straight as I could. So let's get the second layer of rock dust in here, and then we will water it in, and that will be the, you know, the complete patio. So we've taken and we've put some more of this sand on top, or this rock dust. Now we're going to take the broom again and we're going to sweep it into all these cracks. Once we get the cracks filled, we're going to push all the sand or the rock dust to the back of the patio. So like I said, back here we're going to be doing some work back here. So let me get this swept and I'll show you guys what it looks like before we water this second batch in. I just pushed all of the sand or the rock dust off the back for now. So our next step is going to be watering this in, packing those joints. So I'm going to grab the water hose and we'll just go ahead and just give this a good soaking, let it pack in. Soaking it in. You ain't gonna get it all. You're just really trying to soak them joints and knock off some of the extra. What you're gonna get left with is all this. We've got this all watered in. As you can see, it's gonna take some time to dry, but and once it does dry, we'll take and we'll sweep it off. There'll be a little bit of residue on top. We are going to start filling our raised planter beds. So what we are going to use is a mixture of raised bed garden mix 50-50 with compost. So we have a local company, and this may save you guys some money. So basically the gravel, all the crushing run we used under this patio, cost me around 50 bucks. I basically got a yard of material. The sand, the same, around 50 bucks for a yard of material. And then for the raised bed mix, it's $60 for a full yard. I got a half yard of each, so I paid 60 bucks for, I mean, it's a full trailer load. If you go to the store, you're gonna get a bag of material, $7 or $8. So this will probably save you some money if you've got a lot of beds to fill. So what we're going to work on doing is I'm going to sweep this area real good because things are starting to settle. Some of the rock dust needs to be swept off. And I'm going to clean up. I'm not really too worried about the leaves in here. They'll just compost down. So I'm going to sweep this area real quick. And then I'm going to mix this a little bit more. They mixed it for me at the landscaping place, but I'm going to mix it a little bit more. Then we're going to fill all of these 8 beds. Once we finish filling these beds, I have 2 more beds that I need to build. They're going to go at the front. And then basically we're going to build a border around the edge. So let me get these beds filled and then we will go from there. I forgot to mention, we've got these smaller beds. I've got it filled with just straight compost and raised bed mix. But on these deeper ones, I'm going to take, we've got a huge stack of firewood, so I'm going to take a lot of the smaller pieces and I'm going to line the bottom of this bed with wood, and over time that will decompose and it will add to the soil. And it will also take up some space in the bed, so I'm not using as much garden soil. So let me get back to filling these beds. Alright, we got some more. We're just walking around the yard along the tree line where licks, stem, where pieces have fallen, and we're picking up off the yard. So it's a good time to clean up the yard as well. I'll put a little bit more in this bed. We'll move up to that front one, finish that one, and do that big one, and then we'll be done. Alright guys, so we've got these beds filled with some sticks and leaves and debris. Well, I just did the deeper ones. These smaller ones, we can amend that with compost. But we've accomplished 2 tasks here. Number 1, we've already started amending our soil for next year because this material will break down and become organic compost. And we've cleaned up the yard as well, picked up all the debris that's fallen. So I'm gonna work on filling these beds, and then I will show you guys what the beds look like once they are full, and then we will start our next step.
Now that we've got our beds full, let's go ahead and get this patio bordered with our landscaping timbers.
Just going to use normal landscaping timbers to basically border. We're only going to border it roughly 16 inches on the outside, just so I can put a nice layer of mulch and weed fabric, and then we will plant grass back up against that to fill in all of our areas where we scraped all the grass away. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to work on these landscaping timbers. I'm going to go ahead and cut me a short piece, and then we'll just run it straight down. Then we're going to take and drill some 3/8 inch holes about every 3-4 foot in these landscaping timbers, and then we've got rebar cut to 1 foot long, and we're going to rebar these into the ground. So you guys follow along as we get these landscaping timbers. As we get these landscaping timbers put down, and then we will get the mulch put in these beds as well. Alright guys, we have been working on getting this border around these beds complete, and I have this side complete. We have got the border all the way down to this side, and then we put our big bed in. We'll be painting these later on, and we attach that to that. So now we can lay our landscaping fabric in here, go ahead and get some mulch in here, and then I'll be putting some of the black plastic in here. This is just some reclaimed 2x6s and 2x10, I believe. We'll paint this red to match. But there's our border, and we'll do the same thing on this side next. So let me get this black landscaping fabric down in here. We'll go ahead and get some mulch in here, see how it's going to look. Alright, so we have our landscaping fabric cut and tucked. I'm going to cut that corner right there. So I'm going to go ahead, and we went to Home Depot and we purchased some black mulch. So I'm going to go ahead and get that put in here and see how it looks. So we're just using, they actually have this on sale at Home Depot. I think it's 5 bags for $10, and we're using the Vigoro and black. So I'm going to work on just cutting these open, getting them poured in here, And once I get that done, I'll show you guys what it looks like. So we've got the border complete. I've just been working on tucking this mulch in. We'll let this settle for a couple days and then we'll add more if we need to. But as you can see, it turned out pretty nice. It gives a nice clean border to it. That way I can get some grass growing back around here. And we got it pretty straight. It's not perfect, but it ties in nicely. So I'm going to work on getting the other side complete. I gotta finish building the other box. Then we'll start putting in the border. We got our front boxes complete and stained, and the inside lined with the black plastic. We've got our border complete around here. I'm actually thinking about leaving this border wood color. It'll gray over time, so that'll match fine. Need to finish this walkway here. This side we've got our mulch in, and the opposite side we just got the landscaping fabric in there as of right now. I'm getting ready to do the mulch, and we'll call today complete. Actually, I'll probably go ahead and finish the little walkway there and gravel that. We have completed our border on the raised bed, the outdoor kitchen. I got everything washed, and I'll turn the camera around to show you guys the completed outdoor kitchen. We obviously still have to put some dirt in these front boxes, but our next step is going to be working on the outdoor kitchen. So I'll turn the camera around and give you a once over of everything that we've finished in part 2, and we will be on to part 3.
You guys be on the lookout for part 3 coming up, where we're going to build the outdoor kitchen at the back of this patio. I'll try to have it out in the next couple weeks. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Thanks for watching.